Hello and welcome back to Keeping Up in Disney.
We recently just got back from our super fun Disney trip in April. We have started posting some of the videos too. I think we have our arrival day videos and our first park day at Animal Kingdom up now, so I'll put all of the links down in the description too, and kind of just throw some of the others above while we're going through this if you want to check them out too. But we had such a great time.
We also have our Frontera Cucina video up now, so if you want to watch any of those, we'll put the link in the description. And if you like my ears, they are by Myra Fabulux, and I am a brand ambassador. These are some of my favorite ears and they're so beautiful. If you want to get anything off of her website, you can use my code Disney15 for some money off.
And so we wanted to talk today just a little bit about our trip that we just went on, kind of compare it to our past trips too that we've taken, because we did stay in a completely new resort this time. We tried a lot of new things, some new dining experiences, some new rides. So we've got a lot to talk about and kind of just wanted to recap our trip and, you know, hopefully also get you excited for those vlogs that are going to be coming soon.
Yes. So to start it off, we did stay at Caribbean Beach Resort. That was our first time ever staying there. We loved it. It is a moderate resort, so we've never stayed in a moderate resort before. It was worth it. Like, we loved Caribbean Beach Resort. It's so pretty. It's not like over the top Disney themed like Art of Animation is or the All-Star Resorts. It's like subtle Disney themed there, but it's very Caribbean vibes that they have there. It is a very big resort. It is a lot of walking around the whole resort. All the buildings and all the different sections like Martinique, Jamaica, Trinidad, Aruba, they're all so beautiful and they all have different colors. But we did stay in Trinidad, so we did get our under the sea, new renovated Little Mermaid rooms. It wasn't over the top Little Mermaid like Art of Animation is, but we loved it because they have a couch, it was more room to like walk around and more storage too, so it was really nice.
Yeah, and we were just so happy to get one of the Little Mermaid rooms. We were really hoping that we would.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about it back in the video too when we were even just, you know, talking about our trip that we were gonna go on,
yeah,
hoping that we would get one of the Little Mermaid rooms. So, and that is actually kind of what Jamie was talking about with like our check-in experience and also getting to see the Little Mermaid rooms for the first time. That's in our arrival day video, so at this point in this video, I'll go ahead and put that one above so you can check it out if you want to see kind of the full room too. And then also, later on, we are gonna have a full Caribbean Beach Resort tour coming. We recorded that and made sure to cover pretty much everything at the resort, so that'll be coming soon. And then also, you know, we've thought about maybe doing a video of like, you know, like our best and worst things about Caribbean Beach, or like tips for people who haven't stayed at Caribbean Beach Resort before that we kind of learned from staying there. So if that's something you'd be interested in seeing too, let us know in the comments, because we can definitely put some videos like that together.
Yeah, and honestly, we were in Trinidad building 35 and we did have a water view, so we could see the Skyliner from our window from our room. It really wasn't a far walk to the Skyliner. And then also, another bonus, each section of the resort has its own private pool. So we were right by the private pool and Spyglass Grill, which is really nice because if we were at the pool or in our room and we wanted to get food and not have to walk all the way to the lobby and the food court there, it was easy just to get food right at Spyglass Grill, and we loved Spyglass Grill too.
They have really good food too, and the transportation was great. You could go right to Hollywood Studios, right over to Epcot. You could easily get over to the Riviera too, which is a great resort to explore, and they have a lot of good food options. And then one thing that we had heard prior to going was that the bus system for Caribbean Beach can be not the best because it does have that kind of internal loop where it stops at all the sections, but we really didn't have a problem problem with it
Yeah,
at
it
all.
wasn't bad at all. We got lucky every single time because the buses came right as we got there.
Yeah.
But the only thing is with like it going to each section of the resort, it gets a little bit crowded. Sometimes you have to stand.
But the buses did come pretty frequently, so we never really had an issue. Like, they were always there pretty quickly. And even stopping at all the internal sections never really added more than like 5 minutes to a trip, so it wasn't a huge deal at all.
Yeah, and it was kind of like a nice little bus ride around the resort.
On this trip too, we did also try some new dining. So
Yeah, we did.
as Jamie kind of mentioned before, we went to Frontera Cochina. That video is up now, so at this point in the video, I'll put that one above too if you want to check it out. But it was delicious. We really liked
It was
that.
amazing. If you're familiar with the avocado margarita, which is my favorite, they do have it at Disney Springs at Frontera Cochina. So I was really excited our first day there, being able to get that because that's one of my favorite drinks there. That's the only other place that you can get it besides La Cava de Tequila.
We also did get to try Roundup Rodeo Barbecue on this trip, the newest restaurant in the Disney World parks.
At Toy Story Land in Hollywood Studios. It was a really cool environment to be in. It was so themed. And it was like very interactive when we were there. They'd like stop everyone and make everyone freeze like all the toys do in Toy Story and the movies. So when Andy was coming, we all had to freeze and wait till Andy was gone. So that was cool. And it was very themed in there too. The food was a lot.
Yeah.
Just for the two of us. Like if we had like 2 other people with us, like it probably would have been easier because it was literally so much food.
Yeah, we couldn't eat it all.
It was a really fun experience
Yeah.
though, getting to try like all the different foods.
Yeah, and we are kind of pickier eaters, so we didn't really touch many of the like appetizers besides the watermelon. The desserts were good too though. They were small, which was perfect after having such a big meal.
Yeah.
And like Jamie said, the theming was really cool. It was just a great looking restaurant. It really kind of did make you feel like you were, you know, one of Andy's toys. But
Yeah.
a couple things I would say overall, like the meats and food could have been a little bit better. Like the portions were great, the theming, the way that everything was served looked super cool, but the meats were, some of them were like a little dry. I was so excited for the little twirled up sausage on a stick thing.
Once you watch the video, it's really funny once we post it. So stay tuned for that. You guys are gonna die laughing with Ari with the sausage.
Yeah, the sausage didn't live up to expectations. It was okay, but overall, like the meats could have been better. I've had better barbecue in Disney World, like even from Flame Tree or Regal Eagle, to be honest. I mean, they're not the same experience, so you can't really like, you know, compare them in that way, but food-wise, it fell a little short, and then also it just feels like a restaurant that needs characters. Like it feels like you should be seeing the characters walk through there, or they should be coming around to the tables, because it's huge too. The theming is amazing, and I just feel like eventually it probably will phase into a character dining once it kind of gets through the hype of, you know, everyone just wanting to try it initially. But I mean, it's a great place. I will say too, like it's fairly pricey. That's the other thing, like
especially if you're getting like alcohol drinks too. But they were amazing. Ari did get the peanut butter and
jelly. Adult milkshake.
Yeah, it was really good. I got, I think, like a rum punch.
Yeah.
And it was really good. I highly suggest that. It was really refreshing too, but I think Ari's was better than mine.
Yeah. It was really good. It was just unique having that peanut butter and jelly adult milkshake.
We finally got to meet characters, and that was really special because last year they didn't have them all out until our last day, so we finally got to hug characters and get up close with them and spend time with the characters, so that was really special.
We met some cool characters too.
And rare characters too.
Like we actually got to meet Turk and Jane from Tarzan.
Yeah.
And then another one that I can think of too that we met that was pretty cool was Bo Peep at a Hollywood Studios After Hours event.
Yeah.
So that is coming too, and that wasn't in our We're Going to Disney video because we kind of planned that like just almost last minute when looking at our plans for the trip, I saw that tickets were available and I was like, that sounds kind of fun. Let's do a night in Hollywood Studios. And then we ended up seeing some cool characters there too. We met Bo Peep, and then we also saw Ray in Galaxy's Edge, and she was walking around. Yeah. And then right as we tried to go meet her, they were like, oh, sorry, Ray got called for a mission. She might be back on Batuu later. And we were like,
yeah,
okay.
We never saw her again.
No.
It was nice meeting Bo Peep. We've never met her before or seen her, but it was really cool being able to be at Hollywood Studios late at night, and there were literally no waits for any of the rides. Dog. Yeah, Slinky Dog was the only one.
All night.
But we got to ride Smuggler's Run multiple times. The only downside to the trip was me hurting myself. That kind of sucked. As much as I really wanted to, I didn't get to go on the full resort tour with Ari.
And I also did get to do the 2 new rides that I really wanted to do while we were there. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. That video is gonna be up soon. It's in our Epcot video that we're working on currently. And then I got to ride Tron 2. That one's gonna be later in the Magic Kingdom videos. So if you want to know anything more about Guardians and Tron 2 and kind of how my experience on those coasters went, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell so you can be notified once we do get those videos posted.
And another really special thing was Ariel was finally in her grotto, so I got to meet her a couple times. So another thing that I've never done before in all of my Disney trips, I got to try Tower of Terror for the first time. Some of my friends were trying to tell me just to do it and try it out, and honestly, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, Jamie was a little scared, and like afterwards she was like, never again, but it's not like...
Maybe I'll go on it.
It's not the... Yeah, she wasn't like I saw her while she was on it too, and she definitely like, you know, the drops were a little scary, but afterwards I feel like you weren't like, you know, like mad for the day because you went on it or anything.
Yeah,
like,
I've been on worse rides.
Yeah, it's kind of like the drop in Rise of the Resistance, but then it just goes up and down and does it a few
legs
times.
flew up in the air.
Yeah, so it was fun though.
We'll post the picture from the ride here.
Yeah, I was glad that she at least tried it for the first time, because it's like a classic, iconic Disney attraction. I feel like it's one that if you are up for even trying it once, you should definitely try to give it a go.
Yeah.
Even if it, you know, it's the type of thing where you afterwards realize it's not your thing and you don't want to go on it again. I think it's a good one that anyone that can should try. Obviously, if you know you're gonna hate it, you can't do drops or anything. Stay away because it has a lot of drops. But if you're on the fence and feel like you might want to try it sometime,
get a drink before.
That's Jamie's recommendation. I definitely think you should try it if you can and you feel like you're kind of on the fence.
The only other thing that I was kind of sad that we didn't get to do was get to go to Sebastian's. We did really want to try that, but I don't know, we needed an extra day.
Yeah.
Like 10 days is a lot of time there, but every single time we come back from a Disney trip, we feel like we didn't get to do everything we wanted to do.
And we were in the parks so much. Like, we had park days almost every day except for one off day. And we did a lot of fun things on our off day too, but there's just so much more that we could do and so many places to explore and things to try.
I did love the sandy beaches. We did get to lay on one of the hammocks one of the nights. I think it was my birthday. It's just really relaxing. Like, you could literally fall asleep on it. Another cool thing about staying at Caribbean Beach Resort is if you're at like Banana Cabana, we did go there a lot, you could see the fireworks from Epcot.
The fireworks at Epcot would go off every single night at 9, so I mean, one of like the best viewing locations was definitely at Banana Cabana because you could look out over the water. But you could see them from almost any section in Caribbean Beach. So even if we were back by the room at Trinidad, we could still see them off in the distance. And it was just really cool every night. We weren't at the resort too many of the nights when the fireworks were going off, but whenever we could see them, it was really cool.
And the main pool was actually really cool. We only got to go there once on our break day, and Ari did go down the slide, and he did go in the pool this time, and they have a hot tub there too. So we were really excited to see that there was a hot tub. We love hot tubs, and we did get to go there one night. So that was a perfect way to end like a park day.
We really liked the hot tub. It was fun, and I liked the slide too, which was cool.
Yeah, the slide was fun. We want to show you some of the things that we brought back. So I'll start off with mine. So let's get into our little haul of what we got at Disney World.
One of the most exciting parts of any Disney trip is always seeing all the merchandise and souvenirs there, and then bringing a couple fun things back, especially to just help with, you know, memories of the trip, having a couple special items to save.
Yeah.
So yeah, we definitely want to show kind of some of the fun things that we got while we were there.
The plush selection for stuffed animals was not great this year. There were some cute ones. So for my birthday, Ari did get me a Pua Big Feet. I love the Big Feet stuffed animals at Disney, and I love Pua. Pua is always so cute, so I was really excited to get this for my birthday. Ari also did get me my favorite bounty platter from Art of Animation, and I think it did come with Simba and Nala waffle.
Yeah.
It's always my favorite. And he also got me my favorite chai latte from Joffrey's.
And then a white chocolate celebration cake, but that was a couple days
birthday.
later because we couldn't find them at the Caribbean Beach
It was kind of hard to
Resort,
get.
so.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to get it from Caribbean Beach. Like, you had to order it ahead of time. So if you're trying to order cakes for any celebrations and you're staying at Caribbean Beach Resort, just keep that in mind. Ari did get it from Art of Animation.
Or if you didn't order ahead and want a cake, just skyline over to Art of Animation or Pop, because they pretty much like always just have the white chocolate cake sitting in their cooler.
So for my next thing, I mean, it's not really a souvenir, but I love coasters. I got one from Coronado Springs when we did go visit that resort, and then one from Banana Cabana. And on the back, it does say Sebastian's Bistro. So I thought that was cool. I always love bringing little things like that back. Also, so we did bring back some caramel popcorn from Germany, and I also did bring back some homemade chips from Sleepy Hollow. I love those chips. I also did get some of my favorite cheese sauce. I've kept this in the refrigerator so it stays good. I got it at Art of Animation because they always sell like big pretzels there. They don't have the Mickey pretzels, but they sell this with the Mickey pretzels in the park, and it's my all-time favorite ever. I also got, I've been wanting this for a while, a La Cava margarita flight shirt from the Mexico Pavilion. It has all of the different margaritas, my favorite avocado margarita, and I've wanted this literally so bad. We did get to see Fantasmic for the first time since 2019, so I had to get the sweatshirt. It's just like really comfy, and I love Maleficent, and the Fantasmic show was amazing. We did get to meet some of our favorite YouTubers, Paige and Mr. Morrow and the Kingdom Crew. So it was really nice to meet them. They were awesome. I didn't buy this, but I saw it, and we've been on the search for this for a while now. Ari got the Simba Big Feet. Isn't he so cute? We've really wanted to get him, and he's just like so cute and adorable and really soft. So he goes with my Nala one that I got last year. We did get to see the Festival of the Lion King, and they brought back all the old stuff, so it was back to the original show that they used to have. And we got to see the Nemo musical. That was really cute too. And they sang Ari's favorite song, The Big Blue World. They played it at the end of the Nemo ride in Epcot. And then last but not least, I did get a pin. I got this Briar Rose pin. I love Briar Rose. I was her for Halloween, and she is one of my favorite princesses, also known as Sleeping Beauty, Aurora. I always like to get a different pin every trip we go on.
And now I'm going to show some of the things that I got too. I also didn't buy a ton this year. Surprisingly, did not buy a Loungefly backpack.
Yeah, I was really surprised.
Even though once we got back, I realized that there had been one that I wanted to buy and I forgot, so I guess missed opportunity. It was the Rock and Roller Coaster one.
And they also had the Riviera one.
Yeah, and that was one that in the past I'd been on the lookout for. Like I took dedicated trips on the Skyliner just to check for that Loungefly, and then this year we saw it and I was just kind of like, like I'd rather get Spirit jerseys or pins or whatever. But that Rock and Roller Coaster one, you can only get it in the parks. It's never been on Shop Disney, and I like the Loungeflies for attractions and different kind of like iconic things at the Disney park. So that was one that I had on my radar, and then we did our last Hollywood Studios day and I forgot, so it's not a big deal. Yeah.
Let's get into his haul.
Yeah, let's see the other things that I did get. So first, a couple Spirit jerseys, as I mentioned. This one, I knew it had come out right before we went, and I loved it. I had seen it kind of on like Facebook, wherever, and I was really hoping that they would have it in the parks when we went. It's this Lion King one. It's so cool.
So it shows Walt Disney World on the back, and then on the bottom.
It's so cool. It's got like a sunset scene.
And then on the front, it does have this. I did want this one too, but we can share it.
Yeah, I love this one. So they had it a couple different places, like we saw it in Springs
yeah, it was
too,
all
and
over.
Yeah, at some of the other parks, but I got mine from the Animal Kingdom because I thought that would, I don't know, be special.
Why not get it in the Animal Kingdom?
And then I also got this Spirit jersey. I knew I wanted this one too.
Of course, his favorite, Orange Bird.
Yeah, and this is the one that was for Flower and Garden Fest this year. But this Spirit jersey, I love it. Both of the Spirit jerseys that I got this year are so cool, the Lion King one and the Orange Bird.
They're both so cute.
Yeah, some of my favorite Spirit jerseys I have now. Keeping up with the Orange Bird theme, I did get the Orange Bird Sipper for this year's Flower and Garden 2023. So I've actually gotten Orange Bird Sippers every year that we've gone for Flower and Garden when they've had them. So I think I have like 3 or 4 Orange Bird Sippers now, but I thought this one was kind of cute because like
it's so cute.
It is a sipper itself, but he also is holding his own little orange sipper, so it's kind of funny. It's like
so he can drink out of it too.
Sipperception or something. I don't know. Keeping up with the Orange Bird theme, but also changing gears a little bit. There's this Orange Bird pin that I also got from Flower and Garden Fest. It's one of the limited release ones for this year's Flower and Garden. There were a couple of them, but this one was my favorite. I just thought the flowers looked really cute, and it's kind of like textured almost, and has some 3D effects to it, so definitely wanted to get that one too. This is another pin that I kind of had really wanted. I thought it was super cute. I like a lot of the new Disney 100 pins, but this one in particular stood out to me.
It's Simba for the 100th anniversary.
And
they have
so
many of the 100th anniversary.
Yeah, they've got a lot of characters now, but we actually, when we were looking around, I didn't see Simba for a few days, and then I only found him the day that we were leaving in the Art of Animation gift shop, and I was like, oh, this is the first time I've seen the Simba pin. I want to grab him, so.
Art of Animation also had a lot more in their gift shop compared to the one at Caribbean Beach Resort. Not as much plushes or pins or stuff like that.
It's like if the Art of Animation gift shop, Ink and Paint shop, is like the Walmart of Disney gift shops, then just think like Caribbean Beach is maybe like the Target or something. Just a little bit nicer, more upscale.
I promised Ari for his birthday I'd buy him a pin in Disney, so I did get him this one. I
picked it out. That was one that I really, really liked. It's the Skyliner, and I don't have a Skyliner pin, but I love the Skyliner, and I thought it was really cool how it says like way to fun, and then also it's a moving pin, so the Skyliner box actually rocks
just
back
like
and
the
forth.
Skyliner.
Yeah, just like how it does actually rock back and forth in the air. So I thought it was a cool and unique pin, and I love that it has the Skyliner on it. Me and Jamie both got these, and she didn't show hers, but this is something that we get every time we go, but this year they were branded for the 100 too. It's the Resort Refillable mug, so if you don't know about these, I think right now they're $21.99, and then they're good for fills on soft drinks, coffee, other beverages.
Anything in the food court or drink station.
For the duration of your stay at the resort, so we always grab them like our first day right when we get there, because then we can just start filling up our drinks, and we use them a lot, and kind of like Jamie was saying earlier, we had Spyglass a minute from our room.
Yeah, and they also have the drink fill-up station, so you can explain a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so that was one thing too when we stayed at Art of Animation and some of the values. It was sometimes a little bit of a pain to walk like 5-10 minutes all the way back to the
just
lobby
to get a drink.
For the drink stations, because the only ones at Art of Animation were either in Landscape of Flavors or they had one outside at the drop-off pool bar, but both of those were like, we basically had to walk all the way back to the main section, so we always said it would be so nice if there was just like a filling station section in the Little Mermaid section at Art of Animation, or you know, whatever
any
section.
resort.
Yeah, or you know, whatever section you're staying at Pop or Art of Animation, so you could just easily quickly fill. And they had them in the different sections at Caribbean Beach, and not even just like one per section. There were multiple, and there was a map where you could locate the Coke Freestyle machines in the different sections. So we were in building 35, there was a Coke Freestyle machine in building 34. So any time of the night, like if it was, you know, midnight or whatever and Spyglass and Centertown Market were closed, I could just run over to the little Coke Freestyle machine and fill it up at any time of the day, which was super convenient and nice and saved us a lot of walking time. And that was a cool little tip that we had for Caribbean Beach too. If you're ever gonna stay there are fill stations in every section, which was something that was honestly like a huge convenience. I don't know if that's just a moderate resort thing or they purposely just like leave them out of the values to give people another incentive to move up, but I feel like they should just add that into the value resorts.
Maybe one day they will.
Yeah. This is not really a souvenir, and I just kind of put it in here because I like having it, but they give these out at Animal Kingdom. If you donate to the Conservation Fund, they give you one of these pins. So pretty much anytime we go to Animal Kingdom, I end up donating a little bit of money to the Conservation Fund, and I always like getting one of these pins too. The one that I got last year was actually different, so that's why I thought it was kind of a cool souvenir. Because another thing too, if you are in the Animal Kingdom and they ask if you want to donate to the Conservation Fund, Disney matches all the donations, and then you get a fun little pin for being a conservation hero. And then my last thing that I got, I was actually pretty excited about this. It came out while we were there and was released. So actually I got it like 2 days after it came out. We just happened to be in Epcot too and I saw it, so it is the Guardians of the Galaxy popcorn bucket, and it's a Skyliner box. So that's so cool because, again, I love the Skyliner. I think it's fun. I think Skyliner merch is cool. And then I got to ride Cosmic Rewind for my first time. So this was kind of like a way to commemorate that experience and just a fun popcorn bucket, because I do like Disney popcorn buckets too. They're cool.
They're always so cute. We have a Simba one right now. We got a Dumbo one in 2019. We did just get a Pumbaa one. They also just released a Timon Sipper cup.
Yeah.
So
I want to get the Timon Sipper. And then I have the Figment popcorn bucket. The one from Festival of the Arts that people were going crazy about last year, but I got this year's version for the 40th too, so it actually it's kind of cool. The lanyard on my Figment bucket says Epcot 40, and it's different than the one from last year when there was the whole craze of the Figment bucket. So I love the Figment bucket, and it's another cool one. So we're slowly building up our Walt Disney World and Disney Parks popcorn and Sipper collection.
Overall, we had a great trip. We really enjoyed being there. We can't believe that our trip is already over. Hopefully, or maybe we can make another trip sometime this year. We did visit Coronado Springs. We're really interested in staying in that, so maybe we will stay there another time. So stay tuned for that vlog too. I've been posting a lot on my Instagram of our trip and on my TikTok, so if you want to go check out some of my videos on TikTok or Instagram, we'll put my username right over here. Also check out our Disney Instagram because we're posting our pictures from our trip. Check out our TikTok, Keeping Up in Disney, so we'll put that there as well. We'll put it all in the bio as well.
There are some other fun things that we want to do this year too, and in the future, like at some point we also want to do a Disney cruise. We want to make our way over to Disneyland. We eventually want to check out Universal too, even though I know this is Keeping Up in Disney. Universal's been on our list to check out for a while, and I can't believe that neither of us have ever been there, so it's high priority. We also want to go to Dollywood. At some point we want to go to Graceland, so maybe that could be like a dual trip, like Graceland and Dollywood. I really want to go to Cedar Point. There's a couple other parks that we want to go to, so we're probably going to be hopefully planning some other fun things this year, maybe another Disney trip like Jamie said. So again, if you want to check any of those things out once we do them and catch all of the upcoming vlogs from all the stuff that we've talked about in this video that we did on our trip from April that we just returned from, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you would, give this video a big thumbs up, we would appreciate it, and then ring that bell button so you can be notified when those new videos get posted and you can catch them.
So if there was any other questions that you guys wanted to know about our trip, just comment below.
We hope you've been enjoying getting to see our vlogs from the trip so far, and hope you also enjoyed kind of this trip recap and showing off our merch that we got while we were there. If there's any videos that you want to see about anything, like kind of how I was saying, tips for staying at Caribbean Beach Resort the first time, our review, pros and cons, tips for any of the parks that we've learned over time, some of our best and worst dining experiences, just let us know in the comments because we can definitely make those videos.
And as always, thanks for keeping up in Disney, and we'll see you real soon. Bye.